Gustar y verbos como gustar. So we've done a lesson on this before, actually in preliminar, but now we're combining a little bit more what we know. And so in this same chapter, we talk about indirect object pronouns. And I reminded you that you actually do know those, and that's from verbs like gustar. In Spanish, we like to clarify a whole lot sometimes. So I told you that we could clarify here about the person that we are talking about giving something to or doing something for. And also here, the clarification can sometimes come before the sentence, before the object pronoun, or at the front of the sentence. A él le gusta, a ella le gusta. Okay? Be very careful with that. Le gusta conducir, for example. If you say a ella le gusta conducir, make sure that you have a. Whenever you want to mention the person to whom this is pleasing, to whom something is pleasing, you're going to have to put a before the person. Whether it's a subject pronoun like this, or it's somebody's name, you're going to have to put a. Okay. Michael le interesan las películas de Halloween. Okay. And let's look at the conjugation. So, quick reminder, we're only going to be learning how to do this with a and an, but there are other endings that you could learn, but we're not really teaching you. But do you remember for the pronunciation assessment, you did me gustas cuando callas? Okay, you read that poem. So this is conjugated for tú. Okay, but this is a little bit harder grammar, and it's not really like this one. This one we talk about how something pleases me, or pleases you, or pleases us. Here it just means I like you when you are quiet. I like you when you are silent, which doesn't sound very romantic. I'm not sure why it's romantic, but it is. Okay. But anyway, so here we have the A ending and the AN ending, and we have to look at the thing that is being liked. Conducir is pleasing to her. Driving is pleasing to her. Remember that in Spanish, infinitives are going to be considered singular and masculine. Here it's only important that it's singular, but at other times you might have to consider that it's masculine. A Michael le interesan las películas de Hollywood, so that's being conjugated because of películas being plural. A Michael le interesan las películas de Halloween. I think I said Hollywood. And yeah, so that'll be plural. And one more thing. Oh yeah, so when you mention these people, or these using the pronouns, notice how after a, usted, él, ella, nosotros, vosotros, ustedes, ellos, do not change. You have a and then the subject pronoun. Whereas over here, me and ti are different. I think you can figure out what they mean, but they're still different. So let me tell you this. In Spanish, you're not going to have something like a yo, and you're not going to have a tú. Okay? So you have to memorize this part. To me, a mí, a ti. Okay? Me has an accent. Ti does not have an accent. Me has an accent to separate that from something like, okay, so again, that would be me there. Me has an accent because we want it to look different from something like this, mi libro. And here, me means my. Okay? This one, this ti never has an accent. Okay? And so again, that's only for yo and tú. And we might have clarification not just for le and les, but not clarification, but maybe it would be emphasis. Okay, if you mention this, because you could say a mí me gusta el traje. Okay, and that might especially come up in something like this situation. Me encanta el vestido. She might say, sí, me encanta. And he might say, pa, a mí no me encanta el vestido. Or a mí no me gusta el vestido. We usually wouldn't say, no me encanta. A mí no me gusta el vestido. Okay, he's going to emphasize that maybe you two ladies do like this dress, but I certainly don't. Okay, and that's when we might use a mí me gusta.